What's good, everyone? Hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some color grading tips and tricks that I use. Whenever I'm on Instagram, I go to the Explore page, and there's a lot of famous photographers whose photos I take inspiration from. And one of those photographers is Marion Mu. He's a Bay Area photographer, and I really love his moody, gritty style photos. In today's video, I wanted to show you guys how I've taken inspiration from his color grading, and I have created a preset of my own, and I want to share that with you guys. So I'm gonna break down his lighting and his color grading idea, and then we'll jump into the Lightroom and I will show you how I replicate his grade. Alright, so this is his Instagram, and right off the bat, I mean, the colors that you see, the grade, it's so moody, so dark. So let's jump into his one of his photos, and I will break it down as best of my abilities, and I will tell you guys what I see in his photos and how what helped me replicate his grade. So we're going to be jumping into, let's say, this shot right here. So in this shot, what I see is it's a street scene, and there's the road and everything is nice and dark, and a lot of his photography is done in really after rain or really moody, gloomy days. So that's why his grade also works on those kinds of photos. Like, you cannot take any summer photos and make it Momarian style photo. So you guys really need to understand, when you're approaching color grading, what kind of grade will go with a particular photo, because you cannot mix styles so much that it does not represent what the photo is trying to imitate. So in this photo, it's a nice portrait of a young couple on a scooter. The scooter's color is popping really nicely, orange over here, and also the boards at the back. I can see in some of the boards he has desaturated some of the colors in that board as well. I believe that might be some greens or something like that, which might not go with the color grade. That's why he has done it. So what I see is he has desaturated majority of the colors and only kept some of it orange, reds, and a bit of greens and yellows in the photo, and rest of it is desaturated. So this is his approach. He really starts off from a lighting perspective. He adjusts his lighting first of all, and then he goes into his edits, and then he works off a single color at a time. So you won't see a lot of colors in his photos. You will only see about two or three colors at max, and by 2 or 3 I mean you will either see black, white, red, or black, white, yellow, or black, white, orange, or black, white, blue, something like that. Like, it's something really like there's always a pop of one single color, and rest of it is just lighting. So it's highlights and shadows. So in this one, majority of what you see is black, white, and orange, and that's what he's going for over here. Let's jump into the Lightroom now, and I will show you how I have replicated that grade, and you guys can take some inspiration from either some of my ideas that I have used, some tools that I have used. So that's the purpose of the video, that you guys will learn all the tools along the way as I go and try to replicate this. Right, so this is the feeling of Marion's grade, and let's try to replicate this onto this shot right here on my Lightroom. So yeah, we're gonna try to replicate the Marion's grade on this shot right here. So to begin with, a lot of Marion's shots are really dark and blue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by decreasing the temperature on the shot. We're gonna go towards more of the blues and more of our more towards the green tint. I'm just trying to play around with the exposure for now and see how it looks. Alright, now we're going to increase a bit of the highlights because we need the pop in this area right here, this particular area, and we're gonna decrease the shadows. Or we're gonna increase the shadows rather, and gonna increase the whites and decrease the blacks over here. So it's already starting to take shape. What we're gonna do now is a lot of his shots, they are the clarity on his shots is a lot higher. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I'm going to increase the clarity on my shot over here, and we're also going to give it a bit of dehaze, not too much, and we're going to give it some texture as well. On the curves, what we want is we just want a bit of darker shadows, so we're going to get that, and a bit of more of the highlights because we want that light, we want that contrast in the photo. I'm also going to go a bit towards the left on my, or a bit towards the right on my shadow curve. All right, we're gonna decrease the contrast a little bit because we want the details in our shadows over here. And now we're going to start increasing the colors. We're going to start increasing the saturation on all our colors that we want to pop. So in this shot in particular, I want my yellows and oranges and reds to pop. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to decrease my greens because I don't want too much of that, or we can just go towards the, we can take our greens towards the yellow from our hue slider. And also my yellows towards oranges, and we can take out the aqua, but I would rather leave it in because we will play around with that dark blue environment in the shots at the end of this at the end of all the color manipulation that we do from our color wheels. All right, so we want more brighter oranges on more brighter skin tones rather, because we're going to be decreasing, we're going to be bringing the entire vibe of the photo down a lot more at the end when we do the masking. So what we're going to do, all right, let's introduce some blues in the shadows that he does. So we have a bit of the blues in the shadows that's there. I'm going to increase the sharpness because we need more of that sharpness, and a bit of the noise reduction as well. We're going to give it some vignette because that's the whole vibe of Mumerian's photos. We don't really need to play around with this too much, but it will be nice to give more saturation to those skin tones. And all right. Let's start doing the masking now. So the masking is where the majority of the magic happens in Marian's photos. So I'm going to start from our subject mask. I'm just going to create all the masks first, and then I'll tell you guys what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So and then we will create some of the linear gradients which will help control the light. I'm going to make one over here, and also a small one right down here. And then we decrease the exposure to bring all the attention towards our subject. So that's where we are. Now I'm going to go to the subject mask, and I'm going to increase the shadows to bring that pop to our subject, and we can increase a bit of exposure as well, but that wouldn't help too much. And don't want to play around with the contrast too much. I'm going to increase a bit of highlight to give it that pop. You can increase whites if you want more attention towards your subject, but that's really subjective. And yeah, let's not touch blacks because we already have messed around with it too much. All right, what else can we do? So in this shot, I'm seeing a lot of these blues that I don't really like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease them because they're taking away from our orange pop that we need in this image. And I'm also going to decrease a little bit of the yellows because in the building there's a lot of that yellow. So you guys can see from before and after, there's a lot of yellow in the building. So I want to take that out. So now the final thing that I want to do over here is I want to make a radial mask on their faces. I just want to give it a bit of that pop, so I'm going to increase a bit of the highlights. So you guys can already see all the attention is coming right onto their faces. And I want to just manipulate this mask a little bit. Alright, so Now, at the end of it, if you still don't feel like you have enough contrast on your subject, you can come to your main light settings and you can increase the contrast. But I wouldn't go too far on that because it will pretty much just crash your entire image and all the lighting. Like it will basically close in on your subject, and you don't want that. So that's there. So this is my take on Mumerian's grade, and you can pretty much just copy and paste it on any other photos and see if it works. Let's see. I will copy that and I'll paste it on this image right here. Let's just do a bit of a crop first of all, and then I'm going to paste it on this. And what you're gonna have to do is there's a lot of greens in the image, so you're gonna have to manipulate this again. And then you have to also adjust all your radial masks and all that. In this image in particular, there's a lot of light in the sky, so what you would need to do is you're gonna have to invert the radial mask and decrease all that light from the sky, and you want to do it so it does not look artificial. Also, these masks, you can also manipulate those if it's coming too much onto your subject or not enough, I would say. Like this. At the end, you can increase the contrast if you want a bit more of that, and I'm going to increase some of the exposure on this. So you can already see it's starting to look more like Maria's grade, but a little toned down version of his grade. And what you can do is you can get rid of all that blues that we added in the shadows if you want more of that dark look. So right here, so now you have that dark look that Marian has in his photos, and if you want more of that blue, you can also add that. So this is my take on Mumerian's grade. If you guys like this, I want to make this a series, and I'm gonna be doing more photographers that I love and appreciate. So comment down below which photographer's grade you want me to try and imitate, and let's see if I'm successful enough. You guys will have a more idea of how to edit like your favorite photographer. So comment down below and let me know. And thanks for watching.